I think if we're all being honest with ourselves, we would all love all of our needs and all of our wants and desires to be met 100% instantly. And the fact that we have to sometimes wait quite a long time for good things to happen to us or to achieve the success that we want is probably one of the hardest things about being on your self-improvement journey. And we have to really lean on being patient and waiting for those results to come. So in this video today, I'm going to be sharing with you how to improve patience, because it is very much like any other skill, and if you can develop patience, then it's going to become a lot easier for you to work towards the goals that you want without giving up and without selling yourself short or sabotaging your progress. Patience is very much one of the major keys to achieving your goals over the long term. And in this video today, I'm going to be showing you how you can improve patience in your life. Now, as always, if you are new to the channel, make sure that you do subscribe, because I'm putting out 3 videos every single week, all about helping you to develop your freedom through confidence so that you can create the life of your dreams and really become the person that you've always known that you can become. So if you are ready to learn more about that, make sure that you do subscribe to the channel. Leave a like on this video if you do find it useful, and let's get straight into the main subject of today's video. Now, the first thing that I want to say is that I really can't stand the videos and the gurus and the articles and people who like to belittle other people for just wanting things now, because it's a totally human desire to want things to be done instantly. And when people are trying to shame others for wanting instant gratification, what you're really doing is, or rather what they're really doing, is completely denying the fact that it's just something that everyone wants. And believe me, despite what I'm doing right now, genuinely, if I had a magic wand that I could wave and create everything that I wanted right now, 100% I would do that. And that is exactly what any other person would do, whether that person is Gary Vaynerchuk or Tony Robbins or whoever it is. If they had the ability to create the change and create what it is that they wanted in this second with a wave of a magic wand, they would do it. So don't think that your desire for instant gratification is some kind of bad or evil trait. It isn't. It's 100% human. However, I don't have a magic wand, and probably neither do you. If you do, make sure to hit me up in the comment section below, because I would love to get in contact. There's some things that I want to change in my life as well, but of course without the aid of sci-fi and magic. Ultimately, we are left with a universal frustration, and that is, I want to achieve my goals, I want to live my dreams, I want to create the life that I want to be doing this, I want to have the experience that I want to have all the money that I want, and I want it now. And it's so frustrating that that is not the way that the world works. And for me, I've always looked for hacks and shortcuts and cheats to achieve the things that I have wanted. It's very much been me from a very, very young age, trying to find the shortest way to do something. I've always very much been the kind of person that wants to work smart rather than work hard. Until I got a little bit older and mature and realised that you can actually do both, and it makes things run a lot faster if you both work smart and work hard. So there's no two sides of that. It's all one thing. But that's a video for another time, perhaps some productivity or something like that. What I have found is that patience is the ultimate hack for achieving your goals over the long term, and that is not something that people want to hear. It's not what I wanted to hear either. I was rather disgusted when I actually found out that that was going to be the case, because I spent so long looking for the hacks and the secrets and the cheats and trying to shortcut my journey to success in whatever area of life it was. And the thing is, once you do discover that patience really is the ultimate hack, you quickly understand that nobody really knows how to be patient. People just say, oh, you need to be more patient, kind of as if that really solves the problem of how do I become more patient. And that is why I wanted to make this video, and this is probably a very, very long intro, but it's a very, very short tactic that I use, or that I have used over the last few years, to develop my patience in order to actually achieve my goals. Now, I believe that kind of 999 times out of 1,000, the reason that you are struggling with your patience is because you have a massive goal that is set way out in the future. Maybe it's a year from now, 3 years, 10 years, 20 years, 50 years. It does not matter. The point is that from where you're standing right now, it seems a long way away. And it doesn't really seem like there is a simple path from where you are now, point A, to where you want to be, point B. And when you start to work towards getting to that point, that is where the lack of patience kicks in, because you're taking actions and you can't physically see yourself getting any closer to what it is that you want. Let's say, for example, your goal is that you want to lose 50 pounds of weight, and you do the action and you eat a salad and go for a run, and you're being good and you're throwing out all the junk food, and you're not seeing yourself getting really any closer to that goal on a day-to-day basis. So here is what I recommend, and this is what I do in my life now. I've broken down my goals into 3 kind of categories. Now, number 1, the kind of the top category, is my life vision. Ultimately, what I want from everything in my life, from every single area in my life. It is my ultimate life vision. The next stage down from that is my long-term goals, and these are the major milestones that I'm going to have to hit if I want to achieve my life vision. So, for example, part of my life vision is that I want to create a multi-million pound self-improvement worldwide business that will impact millions of lives all around the world. And some of the major milestones that I have to hit is launch that business and create products and position myself as an expert and bring on staff, and so many steps that I have to take. And these are all long-term goals that I will have to hit, kind of milestones along the way towards that life vision. Think of each one of those long-term goals as a single step on the staircase to wherever it is that I'm trying to be in life. So I've got my life vision at the top. I've got these long-term goals, these long-term milestones that I have to hit one by one, and then I have my short-term goals. And my short-term goals are what take me from where I am right now to the very first or the very next milestone. And these short-term goals are daily, weekly, monthly. And so you can probably see on the whiteboard just back there, I have some goals up on the board. You probably won't be able to see them because, well, the writing is really, really small. But those are my super short-term goals over the course of the next week. And ultimately, that's the only way to develop patience, is stop looking at things so far away and break your vision down into milestones and then actionable steps that you can take on a daily basis to reach the next milestone. And that's only a small part of it, because that's not what's going to develop your patience over time. What's really going to help you to develop that patience is celebrating every single win that you achieve. So filming this video today is one small step in achieving this week's goals in order to reach the next milestone in my journey. So once I'm done with this, of course, I'm going to celebrate myself for a few minutes or for a few seconds on achieving this goal, because it puts me one small step closer to getting to the next milestone and therefore getting to my life vision. That's the only way to develop confidence, is to break things down into their smallest component steps and take one step at a time. And when you achieve that short-term goal, you've taken that short step, celebrate that win because you've done something incredible. You've taken another step towards creating the life that you want. This is what has been working for me so well over the last couple of years, and why I've been able to make more progress over the last couple of years than any other time in my life, is because I've broken things down and I just take it one step at a time now, and I celebrate the small wins. I celebrate the big wins even more, but I celebrate those small wins as often as possible. And I guarantee that if you start to apply this in your own life, you are going to start to develop your own patience that much faster. And the side benefit to doing this is that every single small win that you achieve, you're building momentum towards creating larger and larger successes. And the more you build momentum, the faster you're going to get to the next milestone, and then the next and the next and the next, and before you know it, you will be where you want to be. But it all starts with today's small win. What's the next small win? And then the next and the next and the next, and combining and compounding those to get to where you want eventually. So that's it. That's the one strategy that I use to develop my patience. It's just taking things one thing at a time, celebrating those small wins, making sure that everything is broken down into its component parts. And even though I will look to the future to know where I want to go, ultimately the only thing you really have to focus on is the next step. And if you find yourself getting discouraged, if you find yourself becoming unmotivated, just look at the next step and take that step. And once you've done that, look to the next step and take that step, always in order. So I hope you have found this video useful. Of course, leave your thoughts and your questions in the comment section down below, and I'll do my best to answer them as soon as I possibly can. If you're new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe, and of course, thank you very much for making it all the way to the end of this video, and I really look forward to seeing you in future videos very soon.